my, you guys. I'm so disappointed with myself. I actually started filming the intro for this episode of biome-based builds, and we are over here in the tall birch forest, but I filmed the entire intro and the first little portion of the video completely and entirely muted, which is honestly kind of hilarious. But anyway, yeah, we are here back in our biome-based builds world, and in the last one, we converted a jungle into, what did we say? A tropical coastline, ancient civilization. Yeah, there was a lot of things going on, but my favorite is definitely this banana tree. This banana tree right here is my favorite. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah. We aren't going to be here today. We are actually moving on to the next biome. And the one we are moving into is Tall Birch Hills Forest. And I'm thinking, for this one, we are going to be doing a super ultra, super modern, rich lifestyle house in Minecraft. And that doesn't mean a bunch of diamonds on the ground, you're done. No, that means a fancy house. And I'm thinking the first thing that you want to have in a fancy house is a cool piston door. And there's gonna be no false pretenses here. My definition of a cool piston door is most people's definition of lame. I don't know how to do the cool triple piston extenders. That will come at a later date. Today we are going to be doing a very simple door, but you know, we tried, guys. At first I was just gonna do it and then show you guys and be like, oh, guess what, guys? It's gonna open like this, but there's gonna be no awesome surprises, so I may as well show you guys while I'm doing it. So on the sides, I'm thinking the tops are gonna open up and down, and then the sides are gonna open up. And the sides don't really help for a purpose. They just add a cool effect. I'm gonna be quite frankly honest. I might not be the most qualified to do a carpet like this, but oh no, that doesn't look too bad. Of course, there's areas where we gotta fix it up because it's just too much of the carpet. But that looks pretty decent. The time I first saw this was actually done by Speeve in his house on the Fozzen server. But the reason we actually did that is because right here we are going to be putting a hopper because I'm going to be doing a keyed entrance. And I don't know how well that's going to work, but we are going to try it. I've had quite a bit of difficulty with the circuitry down here, but I think it's actually very simple. So this is just a normal hopper item sorter, and we'll see in a moment if it actually works. But this dropper is going to spit the items out. We can actually put another one on top and then just create like a dropper line going up kind of thing. I think that'll work. Alright, so I think this should be good. So if we put carpets on both of these, you know, unsuspecting door, maybe one over here too. I'm just coming up. This is my super secure key, sticky piston. Oh, nice! Okay, perfect, yeah. And if I throw in the wrong item, it doesn't go in, so that is perfect. And down here, actually, the redstone is just one of those hopper sorters. It goes in there, and then this fires the dropper, powers it, and then this one will shoot it out too, so it goes out the top. And I'm thinking, the piston door... Oh, no, my piston. The piston door is right here, so if we do a T flip-flop off of this redstone line, then we can open up this piston door, and I think it'll look pretty cool. Oh my goodness, guys, I love this. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Okay, so the redstone itself is not pretty. We aren't going to be looking at that, but if I throw the piston here... No, wait. If I throw the piston here, it gets dispensed. All the pistons retract, they're all synchronized, this clock slowly starts to tick out, and then they all go back at the same time. So the redstone is super bulky and everything like that, but it looks cool, so I'm going to decorate this entrance a little bit. My guess is that this won't be the finished product, but if we head down here, over, I need to turn this torch into a repeater set to 4 ticks. And we're going to get that done. Let's head outside. The door's going to close. And so, boom. That is what the door looks like when it's closed. Honestly, I really like this. So, we come up, we throw this in, boom. We get it out. And then, oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And then, of course, we'll have to add an opening button in here. But, no. Alright then, let's try that again. So, I'll put a piston here. We get it back. The door opens. It's a little less impressive now, and it'll stay open for a little while. We can grab our button. I think I'm going to do stone. That's just going to look best. And I wired this up so that this should work, in theory. Yes, okay, the buttons work. This is great, this is great. I would say too that even though we are building a super modern, super futuristic, super rich house, that the outside is still important. So I've done a little bit of stonework, putting in just andesite, polished andesite and stone, so it's not too fancy. I brought the dirt down a little bit, and I think we're gonna pop some leaves on top, but check this out. Actually, this is with World Edit, and there's a tool on here called Del Tree, and that just deletes floating trees. But basically, the way the tool works is the axe still works like normal. So I can chop wood like this, but then check it out. So I'm gonna have to put these back, but look at you. That's so satisfying, especially once it makes that squeegee noise. I talked a little bit more about leaf placement in the last one that we did when we were doing all those bushes along there. But if you can see, inside of the jungle leaves there are actually oak leaves, and it's a really good idea to blend your leaves when you're placing them, especially when it's something like birch leaves, because I find they're a lot darker than most other leaves, and they're like really thin and wispy almost. So on a tree, that looks fine, but when it's on a hill like this, you can see all the dirt. So it is nice to add a little bit of variation in there. And if you want to see the other video where I did all those bushes over there, I'll totally put that in the description for you guys, because we did a lot more with leaves than we will in this video. Right now, I think I'm going to pop in this lighting. It doesn't need to be perfect because we aren't really working on the outside, but it's always nice just to hide a little bit of lighting wherever it is that you're working on. But if I stick that there, I think that this is good enough. Maybe another one just down there. I think that this is good enough for us to start moving inside. I do apologize for that weird grid stuff, but this is a feature of World Edit that I just love. So in the back there is a little bit of a lighting glitch, but I've got the ceiling selected, and I'm going to run this command. So there's a lot of stone and a bit of glowstone, and what that actually does is that puts a random amount of glowstone so that we have a nice bright space to work in. And honestly, this hill is a lot bigger than I thought it was. If I had a lot of money and I was super rich, I would want a massive pool. Not only would I want a massive pool, I would want that pool to be like the center of my house. So what I'm thinking is this is going to open up, the roof is going to go up a bit, and then there's going to be a cool staircase coming up, wrapping around to a high up spot right here. There'll be a kitchen, food, fridge, all everything that exists in Minecraft, and then it's gonna go down here, and there's gonna be a big L-shaped pool, and that is going to be, some of it's gonna be slabs and shallow, and there's gonna be a little waterfall, but then we'll go under the ground a little bit, make up some rooms, and a couple of other places that you'd have in your house. Okay, I've just had a really good idea. So I did blast a hole in the wall, but that's okay. If we come up here, this is the staircase I have so far, and then we're gonna fix that headroom, but it wraps around here, and this is the area where I was thinking of putting some kitchen things that'll hang out the side, because really, this would still be underground, so that's okay. But up here, I'm thinking we have an aquarium, and would that not be so cool? So on the walls here, we would do patterns. Oh, that's a wooden axe. We would do patterns with the terracotta and stuff, and go all the way down, quite a ways actually, probably quite a ways, and then do the glass and fill it with water and put like fish and coral and stuff. That would be a good idea. But with my last experience with coral, I'll have to be careful I don't go overkill. I'm just putting in the last of the white concrete, and honestly, I really like the way it looks. Like seriously, this is honestly super cool. So these are the last couple of commands, and when we look at that, oh, there's still some air. So we've got that. I really like the way that looks. I honestly really do. And the thing is, down here we can actually do the fog effect with the glass. Way down. Actually, we probably can't, because we're probably, yeah, we've only got 35 blocks left. But we can go down as far as we can, and then, yeah, it'll be water, aquarium, nice. Right now, I'm actually removing that wall, and you guys are gonna see why in a moment, but honestly, I really like the way that looks. That looks so terrifying. We had some serious issues with the plumbing, and yeah, a lot of fish died in the process, but over here you can see that it did work. And we do have a nice little grouping of fish, and I'm sure they're all gonna swim out and die, but it's okay. It looks very beautiful, and now we just have to figure out how to do a staircase up to here. Oh, but no, I've got a way better idea. So originally, I made this aquarium so that you could look down. Then I decided that I want you to be able to look in. So that means now what we can do is we can actually turn the top of this almost into like, I don't know, like a greenhouse kind of thing where there's like plants and stuff inside, and they'll kind of hang over the edges. The fish will be inside, then there's going to be a pool here, and then we can go to the rooms downstairs. Yes, I love that idea. Casualty 1. Mr. Tree up here is looking real snazzy, and we did cut through the top, but yeah, like I said, this would be under the hill, so this is okay in this situation. But right now, I think I'm just going to put a few leaves up here, just dotted around, maybe like that, and then possibly drag them off the side, I think. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape this roof properly. Maybe I'm going to keep a little bit of the jaggy, maybe put something behind windows. Oh, I kind of like that idea, like we'd have a window here and then something behind it. Then I'm going to set up the pool. Then we can move into the basement, which this is just the entrance room. And it's pretty grandiose already. Right now, I'm putting in the pool. And guys, I want this pool in my house. Now, I don't know what happened here. Oh, that's just with water. But oh my goodness, check out this pool. So of course, we're going to need to do some lighting. And oh, I feel bad for the fish. They're trying to pathfind over here now, but... Oh yeah, but I'm gonna put in a border like this, I think, and then do what we're doing over there and fill it in with white. But I think right here, this is going to be kind of like an elevated platform almost, and then one here, and then this is the main pool. Yeah. This aquarium is really only supposed to work with one fish, because they push themselves out every now and again, and now that there's water over here to pathfind to, it is just even worse. So I have fixed it in the most legitimate, survival-like way possible. So because we've just finished with the pool, although we do need to put some water in here, I just kind of drew out this box shape. And one thing I noticed is you can use trapdoors on the ceiling, because even though they don't work normally when you're trying to use them on, like, let's say a wall, because you have to have that space powered. Like, for example, that wouldn't go flat with the wall. You can use it on the ceiling, and we're going to be using that for these sea lanterns, because that way everything looks all nice. It looks a little better than if it was just nothing. And I can see actually right here, this is the center, so we got to put another one right there. Sometimes shadows are handy, even though most of the time they're annoying. And although this isn't perfectly bright, I think we'll stick some glowstone in here and maybe some end rods on the wall once we get those patterns in. And what am I doing? I completely forgot about the lighting in here. So I think we'll just stick it up here at the top. It'll be lighting all the way down, nice for those fish, and then we'll keep that the way it is, because I kind of like how spooky and eerie that is. I almost took away that dirt because it seems like it's not supposed to be there. And how do I get out? Okay, right here. Oh my, I definitely like this, the way it's coming along, and I actually have an idea for the lighting, which, well, you couldn't really do it if you weren't in creative, but you know, where we are, it's gonna work good for this lighting. And just these walls, having them all kind of like uniform like this, I really just love the way it looks. But one thing that I am thinking about is, should I have this line like this and like that? Or should I just remove them both? I'm kind of thinking I like it like this just because of how like geometric it looks. But one thing I don't like, how did this even happen? Oh, I just forgot this one line. I was going to say, I don't like how this is thicker than that, but that would make no sense. I think there is some serious lighting glitches going on, so I'm not going to move my head. I'm going to log out, and I'm going to log back in and see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, wow, okay, I was going to say it should be a lot darker, and it is. Now, this is the lighting trick I was going to talk about. So I do need a barrier, so I'll get the sauce stuff. So there's actually a barrier right there, and you can't see it. But if you do this, oh, I really like the way that looks. So if we have a few of these, maybe not so close to the pool, and maybe if it was just like this, yeah, so if we just have them going one direction, so if we come out like, we'll go one up. I don't like the way they look, so let's hide them. Oh, I don't like that. Please go away. But if we go like this now, and we go over the top. Come on, go away, thank you. And we go over the top, we can do like different directions and have kind of like stars all over in the sky. And of course, we can't do all cheaty creative lighting. Oh, I just accidentally placed that there. Oh no, right, yeah, the trapdoors, they can't go down. But I mean, if we powered this, no, we couldn't power that, could we? No, we couldn't, so that can't actually happen. And of course, we can't forget our tendrils of cyan. I don't know, what would these be called? These would be called tendrils? No, these would be swooshes. Cyan terracotta swooshes. Yes, those are what they are. It is starting to look cool in here. It is seriously starting to look cool. But one thing, I was going over here, and I was about to put this in the water. That is affrontingly blue. That hurts my eyes. That color of blue? Oh, that is a bright color of blue. But I think seeing that, it gave me an idea. I'm actually going to do something, but I need to relog for it. I've just run the command that I need to, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out, and I'm going to log back in, and I don't want to move my character because I really want to see this. And oh yes, that had the effect I wanted it to. Ooh. Okay, so this, you know, that almost looks a little bit too blue, maybe? No, I think I actually like it like that. I set the biome, though. Did that change the leaves? No, I don't think it changed the leaves. They look pretty similar. One thing I am interested in is it's not actually the leaves, but if we... Oh, okay, I'm glad the door still works. I was doing a lot of stack commands. But if we come out here, does the grass look any different? No, it doesn't. But yeah, that right there, that is what I was doing. I was making all those lines, and I was worried that a bunch of them were going to be shooting out into the redstone, but they aren't. So everything out here is good. Everything in there is good. I think we have finished that first floor. And now I'm not going to be doing too much for the second, like the downstairs, but I do want to do a few things. Did I break that? No, we're good. Oh man, oh, okay, if this was my house, I would love it. I just logged back on, and honestly, this room, it's kind of looking empty. It does look cool, but it's looking a little empty. But then I was looking at the footage, and I mentioned a Windows idea, so I'm thinking that's actually what I'm going to do, and up here, and here, and here are all going to be rooms. Alright, so I just got the last of the trapdoors in on the roof, and actually I changed all of the ceilings and all of the floors to be just clean white. That way all of the overlap is good. But there's one thing that I would just like to mention, and that is this video. Guys, this video is just for fun. Like, even if we just come and look at this door, I think it broke. Come on. Well, it does work, but yeah, like, it's out of sync, everything is messed up. The video is not because I'm an ultimate builder. Did you see that door? It's terrible. It's not because I'm an ultimate builder, it's just because I want to have fun. So yeah, we got the door done, we got this done. I think we're gonna move into the 3 rooms. So I'm considering putting the area where, like, you get your food and stuff right here, and then our vault here because it's the taller one, and then our bedroom here. And in the last Fozzen episode, I actually mentioned how wandering traders are like super noisy but super awesome clocks, and we are totally using one for a clock. Now, I really just love this. Okay, so this is the treasure room. I'm in it right now. If I take like even the slightest step back, the field of view changes and we are staring at diamonds and gold. So this is probably close to the ugliest way you could store all of your loot. You've got your gold spikes, your diamond trees, and then we've got that foliage I talked about, because obviously there would be birch trees growing on this concrete. So I think we'll just quickly throw in the bedroom. Yeah, we'll do the bedroom next. Oh yeah, check out the room, guys. I don't know about you, but this would totally be a room that I would want in Minecraft. There's nothing useful, but it's got all the important things, like, you know, magical crystals of winding spirals. Also, these right here, these are my favorite paintings. But I honestly thought, I used to play Xbox, I thought that they were like a 4x4, but they're not. They're just a little 2x2. And then these guys too, keeping it all with a pattern. Oh yeah, this is just the best. And I have no idea where I saw this, but this looks exactly like a bookshelf, but just empty. And this is getting loud. Oh, wrong one. So yeah, this looks like a bookshelf that's just empty. We've got the carpet on the floor. How'd you get over there? And then also, you can't have a pool without a waterfall. And also, you gotta get your potions of speed and water breathing. Where are you? Oh no, just speed. And that way you can dance around in the pool like an awesome dude. Now the very last thing that we're gonna put in is actually this little eating area. So I think I'm just gonna furnish it with a couple of things like, you know, a sink, a fridge. I'll try and do a little bit of interior design. And then I think that'll be the whole build complete. There might be one or two other things I can think of, but I'm pretty sure that'll be it. I was looking at the cover pictures for all these videos in File Explorer. Oh my goodness, it's so cool seeing these walls that I actually built it, because although this build is definitely not the most beautiful modern build, I've never built anything of the sort, so it is very exciting and very fun for me to do. Up here is the kitchen, here is that carpet just like up there before, same thing on the walls. We just have a couple of things like a microwave, a little bit of a sink, stove, and counter. And I think with this, we have wrapped up the entire build. I have gotten everything I wanted to do with this build and more done, and oh wow, it was just a blast. So, like I mentioned before, these videos are not always just cool builds, and I'm honestly not the best builder. These videos are more just for laughs, the fun, and all those kinds of things. And I'm actually going to head outside because I love this piston door. It is great, honestly. There are a lot of snazzier designs out there, but this one was done by me, and that makes me very proud. So, now that we are outside, I actually think that this is a good time for us to wrap up the episode for today. So, as always, I really do appreciate you guys stopping by, leaving a like, and maybe even a comment down below. It really helps other people find these videos, and it's just overall really awesome thing. Thank you guys for that. And until I see you guys in the next video, it's bye for now from me, guys. Adios. You, sir, are too loud to be practically used for anything.